All right. I think I think I'm live on YouTube and Instagram. I don't have like a sophisticated setup, and so I'll be looking at both, kind of. Um, I've been gone for I don't even know a long time. Might be a month, might be 3 weeks. I don't know. Um, yeah, so I thought I'd come on here and say hi, answer some questions. Um, We have been sick. My daughter has been sick for 3 weeks. I've been sick for, I don't know, 10 days, up to 2 weeks, I don't know. And being sick when you have a severe brain injury, it really takes you out. And I still have a cough. Um, I don't know if it's because I'm still kind of sick or because I've choked so much, because when I'm sick or tired, I choke a lot more. And so, yeah, that's where I've been. I was not well, and when I'm not well, I disappear, which I think is normal and okay. Hi, everybody on YouTube. Nice to see you. I am also a member of the Sit Club. Hope you're better soon. I know it's awful. Hi, hi yourself. Get well soon. Maybe a humidifier. I've never thought of that. Hi, Tara. Oh, Tara, you're on Instagram. You should go over to YouTube so you can be a moderator because that's super helpful. And I know Mike is working. Hi, Joyce. I'll just give people time to join. I haven't been on for so long, so I can't imagine that many people will join because I kind of just disappeared offline. Um, But yeah, I was friggin' pretty sick and pretty crap, but my daughter was much, much more sick. I was actually super worried. We spent a lot of time in urgent care and stuff. Because she never gets sick and she's so tough, but she got very weak. She had a fever for 7 days, 6 or 7 days, and just she was just so ill. She lost over 10 pounds and she is not like she's a tiny, tiny little one. I literally just found you today and was reading some of your old posts on Instagram and this popped up live. Hey. Yeah, I know that just because somebody messaged me, they said the Daily Mail posted a new article today, but it's for subscribers only, which I am not. So I haven't seen it. So if any of you are new followers from that article, if you could screenshot it and send it to me, that'd be great. I know that's not nice to do, but um, there's been a bunch, like somebody interviewed me, I want to say last year or very early this year. And she was a journalist that worked for a certain company. And then she sends the story out to all like the big publications. And so that is from that still. And there's been a lot of little articles, and like probably 70% are accurate, 30% have a lot of inaccuracies in them, and so I always like to at least see them so that if people are, like, coming at me and not being nice, I can be like, "Oh, actually, that's not actually what happened." Some of them said I, like, died for 6 minutes or, others, I don't know. Yeah, so I like to at least read them. Um, Hi, Amber from Spain. Aw, cool. Saw you on Next Level Soul for the first time. I think he actually is making all his stuff available in a lot of other languages, which is super nice. This year has been bad for viruses. Glad you're getting better. Me too. I'm back. Yay. Weird Instagram notified me and not YouTube. Hmm. Glad you're feeling better. Everyone here got sick for about a week. I'm glad I didn't get it, but worked hard to get everyone back on their feet. Yeah, and I usually don't get sick when my kids get sick. This time, it just took me out. I think I got really tired. I took my son and his friend to a concert in Vancouver, which I don't like leaving my house, sleeping somewhere else. And so I was very anxious and worried and stuff. And that's when I got sick. Sorry. There we go. Hi from Germany. Hi. One of my good friends is from Germany. Um, Nice to see you. Good morning, everyone. I've been worried about you. Glad you're getting better. Yeah, it was rough. uh, it was more rough for my daughter, but yeah, there was never nothing I could do to like do a live. I would have just not done well. Never get to see you live anymore. Yay! Hi. Hi, do trees have souls like sequoias? It's not that they have souls, but there's an interconnected energy that flows through all living things, like connected to the earth, kind of like Avatar. So, like the reason I like the forest so much is because I can stand and close my eyes and feel the energy of everything around me. And trees do the same thing, they share energy. So, they do have like individual, but also uh, united energy, not the same as like our souls, but still like a very um, kind of calming, wonderful energy. Hi from Alberta. Ooh, and Ottawa. Hi. Um, I can't not ask. So, what is your opinion on you know who regard regarding to oh my god words recent news and what is your guide's advice? So I have said since the beginning um, a bunch of stuff was going to happen. I don't want to get too much into it because people get mad at me if I like talk about a lot of political stuff. But I can say we're going to learn a lot. Um, Everything he's doing makes sense. His goal is to make the rich richer so they are untouchable. And by crashing the market over and over again, the billionaires are able to buy very low. And eventually, after he's already caused a recession, everything will start going again. And the billionaires will be trillionaires, which is their goal. Makes sense for them, sucks for their people, but the people aren't the concern. Everything that's happening though is like a very psychologically planned out. Um, so I don't know. I like we're gonna learn a lot. Sucks that like our like best friends and neighbors um, are sort of oh hi little bird that's looking at me. Okay, this is so cute. I wish you could see it. Do you want to know it's a red and orange bird? Is that funny? I think it's funny. Oh, it flew away. Yeah. So I don't remember what I was saying just now. But I can you guys complete my sentence so I can keep talking because the bird distracted me. I feel like this is a catalyst for something major. Thoughts? Yes, I agree. Right from the beginning, my guide said um, him winning would cause the most learning, and in their mind, like to us, it's like, oh, learning's good. That's great. On the other side, learning it comes with pain, with discomfort, and we are going to learn a lot. But I have been saying since a long time ago. Um, He is like the deciding factor on whether or not there will be a world war. Um, Not necessarily like the last world war, more, yeah, economic, tech, that sort of stuff. But things like private companies controlling air traffic, uh, that's super, super scary. So, yeah, it's the spirit. Yeah. Trees are quite special to me. A few weeks after my dad died, I was feeling kind of lost, so I sat out on my porch and then began looking at the huge oaks. I got the feeling they were hugging me. 100%. Yes. Oh, okay. It sucks that our neighbors and the people who have been our like best friends are being forced to like turn against each other by a power that's sort of out of our control. There's never been something like this in my life, and I don't like it, and I don't think most of us do. I hope so at the end of the day, regardless of how bad it becomes, it will still be okay for us. And of course, this is just lessons. Sometimes it's tough ones. Thanks for answering. You're welcome. Instagram, you're so quiet. I haven't seen any questions on Instagram. Or it could just be Instagram isn't liking me, and sometimes the questions don't show up. Oh, what do I have to say? Like, subscribe, and share. That's what you say, right? Especially on YouTube. I want to build my viewership there and direct it away from Facebook because Facebook does not like me, and it's so difficult for me to maneuver it now. So I want people to go over to either Instagram or YouTube. Hi from Paris. So cool. How did you find me in Paris? And hello. We remain Canada and not become the 51st state? So far, yes. But again, free will exists and things can change in a second. Um, but as much as I love you, all my US watchers, I don't want to be American. I'm Canadian. And I like my free healthcare. Honestly, that's a huge thing for me because the stroke that I had, these massive, massive strokes. Wait, let me just show you so you can get a picture. Oh, it opened to the right one. So there's my brain, right? Strokes. The white is strokes. There it is. There you go. See all the white? Those are giant, giant strokes. So that took a lot of medical care to treat. So I went to the ER. They couldn't help me. They gave me a lot of medication. They couldn't help me. They life flighted me. And to get to the ER, I took an ambulance. They life flighted me to a different hospital where I went into a trauma room. After the trauma room, I then went to the ICU for 24 hours. And then I went to the neuro ICU for a week and then the neuro ward for another week. So that's over 2 weeks in hospital. I then went home and did 10 weeks of intensive rehab, all while being on like a dozen medications. I paid for nothing at all, at all. Like no debt, no, I didn't pay for anything. I pay a very like a fraction of my medication, like $2 per prescription or something. The only bill that we had was anytime you take an ambulance in BC, I don't know if it's Canada wide, you get a bill for $80. I can't remember why, but the actual ambulance cost like 16 or 1800. So I paid my $80 and then parking. Like my family had to pay for parking while I was in the hospital. That is it. I want to live in a country. Sorry, I really like you guys and you're super nice, but like I want to live in a country that I don't have to go bankrupt because I have a stroke. Um, like I'm just not, yeah. So okay, let me go to the questions because now people are asking lots. Is there any hope that it will be okay? Yes, 100% there is a lot of hope. If anything, we really are coming together more. The downside is a lot of people are coming together in extremism, whereas we need to try to strive for balance in these situations. I'm sitting in limbo waiting on news for a job. I was let go 6 months ago. I've had 3 interviews and waiting for a response. Oh, I hope you get the job. Sending you good job energy. Did Trump win the election with fairness and without tampering? I don't want to answer that because people just get mad at me. I will say, trust your instinct. But yeah, people get really mad at me. Agreed. As a medical mom, I'm very glad to be Canadian. Yeah. Wow. That is amazing for medical. I know it's, and there are parts of like universal medical benefits that do suck. Sometimes we wait a long time for non urgent things. For me, anytime I go in with neurological symptoms, I'm in for an MRI, a CT within minutes, an MRI if it's not super urgent within a week. But things like if somebody's got a bum knee and it's hurting them, sometimes our wait lists for like an MRI on that can be 18 months, even 2 years. But it's triaged. So the very urgent things, yes, we do, and also we have a doctor shortage because we don't pay out the money that other countries may pay out. So there are downsides, but I think the upsides outweigh the downsides. Can we ask a personal question or is this more global? Not personal, no, just because I don't think, I don't feel comfortable giving information for like private information to people on these lives that lots of people watch. Um, but it doesn't have to be world stuff. My brother's partner just had a second stroke. He's young. This is not the case in the US for medical. That's so awful. I can't imagine. Like, yeah, sending some healing energy their way. I hope we get back to support each other. The political climate has affected many families, including mine. Yeah, it's so frustrating and heartbreaking. We wait a long time for non urgent things here. Here, where? The States or Canada? It sounds like we have the same downsides here and we're paying. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, and, I don't know. It's hard to get a family doctor, but we have urgent care and we have doctors that you can phone. Um, like, I don't know what they're called. There's a word. There's a thing. Anyways, you call and you get to talk to a doctor and they can give prescriptions and stuff. And all of that is free. Okay, I'm gonna go over to you guys. YouTube. I've been thinking about relocating to Portugal for some sanity. Is the idea of futile? That would be amazing. We love Canada, and a lot of us support you and whatever you have to do to us to help yourselves. Yeah, it still sucks though, right? It sucks because again, I'm not making the decisions. I want to remain Canada, um, but so much, and I think there's so much misinformation or disinformation um, in the media, right? It's always biased, and there is a leader that I about 75% of what he says is a lie, and I can't understand how people don't see it, but I also understand, like, extremism, you can get really blinded, and if it feels right to you, then, like, you stick to it. Like, I understand why people do the way they do what they do and how they feel and all that sort of stuff, but it's sad, and it's heartbreaking to see the division. Um, I've been thinking of Portugal too, yes. Oh, can I just sorry, I don't wanna get political. Can I just say this one thing? So there was a big, huge Truth the Social post today about all the economic war, and our dairy tariffs. Um, the reason well, first, we only have those dairy tariffs if the US surpasses a certain quota, um, which they never have. So the guy, the big guy, actually created that or agreed to it in his last term. And it's because we have very regulated dairy farmer and farmer rules that the states don't have quite as much. And so for security for our farmers and for there not to be kind of an what's that word? Oversupply. There are rules on how much we can bring in, so our farmers have security. But the states has actually never been charged those tariffs because they know the limit, and they work within it. So it's kind of a misinformation or a disinformation. Canada is Canada. Yes, it is. Oh, where am I lost my spot. There we are. A hawk that sits on top of the back fence looking for food. I tell it, "Not my guys." Then we just stare at each other, and then it takes one of his wings, swishes down, and leaves it there. A message, yeah. They're saying, "They're not your guys. There's a circle of life. I like you, and I'm glad you're looking at me and enjoying me, but I gotta eat." Hello, I lost my dear dog some days ago. Is she okay on the other side? I miss her so much. They're always okay and joyful on the other side. And the wonderful thing about dogs, sometimes cats and like horses and stuff, they will come back to you over and over again. Have you heard of family constellations or inherited trauma from a book called It Didn't Start With You? Any insights? And how can we be connected with family systems on the other side? I don't understand. Hang on. Gotta do that one again. I have never heard of family constellations and inherited trauma. We don't carry stuff from our other lives, and I think we get a little confused because it's not that you've inherited trauma from your family. It's you maybe are being raised by someone who is trying to avoid trauma. Like usually it's a learned type thing that has been passed down. Yes, you guys wait a very long time for specialists. Yeah. So does the UK. Yeah, we do. It's just how it is. Although, if you are actually really, really sick, you don't wait. Like I have had TIAs, like mini strokes, since my big stroke, and I get seen that second I'm in an MRI. But the downside is I get the MRI because I am acute and I need help right now. And because some of the MRIs I need are like 45 minutes, it bumps people. And then they have to wait even longer. Just the life flight would have been 40 to 50,000. Wow. Our healthcare is really sick care, and there's a severe shortage because of the private insurance. That's hers. Holy crap. Yeah, that makes sense though. I think here, like if you had to pay, like if you came in and you're not Canadian and you have to pay for the medical care, I want to say it's kind of around the same price if you had to actually pay for it. Um, what do these billionaires gain from creating even more of this wealth gap? What is motivating them? Power. All powerful. They want to be all powerful. They want to never have someone say no to them. Um, you won't find a very high up billionaire that's not very narcissistic. The downside is they're usually like older souls, which is so stupid because they're teaching a lot, even though they're not learning that much. I have a lot of self-talk, like I'm talking to another person for 30 years. Can you help me with some comments, please? Why is this happening? I don't understand this need. Thank you. I don't quite understand your question. I do have aphasia, and sometimes that plays a part. Can you retype it more simply? Is it true that playing with Ouija boards can open a portal to the other side and entities